Kelly's Acoustic Crossroads is brought to you by the Team One Automotive Group, Riverview Regional Medical Center, and Family Savings Credit Union. Now, here's Kelly Johnson.
Welcome to Kelly's Acoustic Crossroads. I'm your host, Kelly Johnson. Today we've got some special guests to open the show for us. We have Natalie, Valerie, and Nikki of Crossing Dixie, and they're going to open the show with White Liar.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes if they ever found you out. You better be careful what you say, it never really added up anyway. I got friends in this town. Hey, white liar, truth comes out little at a time, and he spreads just like fire, slips off of her tongue like turpentine, and I don't know why, white liar. You said you went out to a bar and walked some lady to her car, but your face has more to tell. 'Cause my cousin saw you on the street with a redhead named Bernice. Turns out you don't lie too well. Hey, white liar, truth comes out little at a time, and he spreads just like a fire, slips off of her tongue like turpentine, and I don't know why, white liar. Here's a bombshell just for you. Turns out I've been lying too. Now I'm a white liar. Truth comes out little at a time, and he spreads just like a fire, slips off of her tongue like turpentine, and I don't know why, white liar.
Welcome back to Kelly's Acoustic Crossroads. Right now we're going to feature my guests for the day, Smoke and Arrows. Here's Chase and Chelsea with their song, Sober Sanity.
Fell in love with a real bad man, and I knew that he wouldn't change. I could see it in his eyes. He was pretty violent and deranged, but I couldn't reach your brain. He was hidden behind smoke. I got a ladder and climbed all the way to the top, but then it broke. You're a bad seed. You don't listen to me. No, I'm a sad, sad girl with an empty bottle, and it's all because sober don't like me, and neither does sanity. When it all comes down to the break of the night, and I shake myself to sleep, I caught you're crazy. Baby, I try to make believe that I've got your love and sober, sober sanity. Well, I got tired of being here, so I ran to a real dark place. I didn't like my name, so I I changed that, but then I changed my face, and I couldn't see the sun. It was set up way too high, and I can't break through 'cause I still want you, and I don't want to lose my mind. You're a cold man with the upper hand. I'm still a sad, sad girl with an empty bottle, and it's all because sober don't like me, and neither does sanity. When it all comes down to the break of the night, and I shake myself to sleep, I caught you're crazy. Baby, I try to make believe that I've got your love and sober, sober sanity. I still want you. No, 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 oh, no, no, no,
And that was Smoke and Arrows with Sober Sanity. I'm here today with Chelsea Love and Chase Arrington. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Well, Chelsea, how long have you been doing music, singing and stuff?
I've been trying at it as a career for about 5 years now.
Really?
And I've been singing probably since before I could talk.
Yeah.
So.
You can tell you're just so natural at it, and you just can tell you love what you're doing.
Thank you.
How about you, Chase? How long have you been involved in music?
well, I've been playing for about 15 years. I started when I was about 10 and a half or so.
Yeah.
And I've been playing guitar ever since.
Oh, cool. Like you as well seem very natural at it. And you, the group that together, you also have a bass player and a drummer, correct?
Yes.
As in a full band, but I'm liking the duo. You two fit together really well. How did you get together and start playing music together?
Well, I originally was doing a solo project, and I had a band, and we needed another guitar player. And, you know, Facebook helps with that kind of stuff.
It's a great tool for musicians.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and so I met him through Facebook, and some things happened, and we went through some lineup changes, and then, you know, I just decided that I loved doing this so much more that I wanted to be in a band. And so that's kind of how
Gotcha.
this
so
happened.
from going from the solo thing, you mean to being a part of a band?
Yes.
Gotcha. And you write most of the music. You two write all
Yeah.
the music basically
That's
for
right.
the. And your 5-song EP, Smoke and Arrows, features 5 of your original tunes. And
That's right,
It's
yeah.
available on iTunes, Reverb Nation, all the
Yeah.
Amazons and the digital downloads
All
and
the big
stuff.
ones,
So,
yeah.
well, cool. Well, when you write, do you have a process that you do? You both get together and write, or what's the process that you come up with new songs for?
We have a couple of different alleyways. So like one would be like she might be, you know, call me up, hey, I wrote this song, like listen to this, what do you think? And you know, I'll hear it and then come up with a guitar part and we'll kind of piece it together. Or, you know, I might write, when we first started playing together, I had probably about 2 or 3 hours worth of just different bits and pieces of things that I'd written, and just let her like listen to all of it.
Yeah.
And so that's where it really started, that and the songs that she already had. And we started, you know, really figuring out, okay, well, what is Smoke and Arrows sound, and what are we trying to do here?
Right.
So,
Yeah, well, it works really well, and the songs come together really great. So how would you describe Smoke and Arrows sound? What kind of genre, or do you fit in any one specific?
Well, you know, I don't know. I guess we are rock. We do love rock music, and that's the base of everything. But we have different influences. Like, I would say especially for like a front man or a front woman, it would be Janis Joplin and Stevie Nicks, and I love Axl Rose, and I love, you know.
Yeah.
So those would be my influences, and you know, your influence, you know. So.
I'm a little on that side, a little more different. Like, I grew up listening to old tapes of Aerosmith in my mom's car.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, for me, that's where I was probably 8 or 9 years old and was listening to those tapes, like the Pump album.
Good influences,
awesome.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's where I got started wanting to play guitar. So obviously, like, Joe Perry is a huge influence for me, and then of course guys like Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin, that kind of thing.
You can I think you can kind of hear that vintage rock sound, which is I miss so much in today's rock music, and I think you guys are doing a great job of bringing that back. So I look forward to hearing more from you. We're going to hear more from Smoke and Arrows after this break, so y'all stay tuned. Welcome back to Kelly's Acoustic Crossroads. Again, my guests today are Smoke and Arrows, Chase Arrington and Chelsea Love. We were talking a little bit about your sound and how you kind of help bring that vintage sound back to the rock, and I really like that you do that without copying anybody, but you have that same passion as some of the classic rock guys. And you play a good bit in Birmingham. You're actually based in Birmingham. So
yeah, that's right.
Where are some of the cool places you get to play?
Well, we play at, like, you know, places like the Nick and Zydeco. There's a cool place called Pale Eddie's that we'll do like open mics at on Wednesdays. And Bottle Tree as well. So
cool. So is that an every Wednesday thing that you're at, or?
It's normally about once or twice a month over there. Yeah.
So if you're in the Birmingham area, and you can check out your Facebook page, facebook.com/Smoke and Arrows, and they can kind of see where you're playing and where you're going to be.
Yeah, exactly. We try to keep that pretty up to date so everybody can come and be a part of it.
Awesome. But you're also playing Nashville in places like that too. So your home base, I guess, is Birmingham, but you're also branching out to.
Yeah, we're trying to get to the surrounding areas and really just let everybody know we're out there.
Awesome. And you're working on writing for a new album, is that right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's an exciting process. Tell me a little bit about some of the songs that you're writing now.
Well, just like the couple of ones that you've already heard. When I write a song, I always try my hardest to pull from experiences that I've gone through. And, you know, and even if I'm not doing that, you know, if I were in this situation, how would I feel and how would I handle it and how would I express the way that I feel if this were happening to me? You know, a lot of times in life, if you go through a painful experience, it's a lot easier to write from pain than it is from happiness.
I find that too.
Yeah. So, you know.
A lot of emotions there. It just comes
sad songs.
Yeah, sad songs.
Right.
So that's usually where I get a lot of my writing inspiration is just from things that I've gone through, and it's
right. Well, I think your songs, while they touch on, you know, some of the experiences that you can have, they're not, to me, what I would call a sad song. They're a great way of kind of expressing it without being sappy or too sad. It makes, you know, the listener want to listen to it. You have an interesting way of writing, and it makes you want to hear what's coming next. So, like Sober Sanity. Do you have a story or anything behind Sober Sanity that?
You know, I guess being with somebody that, you know, maybe was really confusing and we're sending mixed signals, and it's just, you know, if you've ever like been close to somebody like that and you've had to like go through things with that person, it really can drive you crazy. If you're really trying you know, really hard to understand someone and they're making it impossible to, you know, you lose your sanity. So that's
gotcha.
Really where that came from. Yeah.
Well, I love you've got some really cool lines that stick out to me that you don't hear anywhere else. And a lot of times songwriters will get kind of lazy and use the cliches and stuff. I don't hear any cliches in your writing, and I really love that. You have a good original like I said, you bring back the vintage a little bit, that vintage feel, but it's original. You're not copying anybody. It's very cool.
Thank you.
And we're going to hear Raw Emotion next. That's an original song of your guys', right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So right now we're going to turn it over to Smoke and Arrows with Raw Emotion.
Yesterday's got a lot on me, and I feel like I'm falling down. I hear those whispers, reputation. I know that you've been around. Sweet shine's got around you, and I know that you want it too. My heart's calling your way. There's one thing left to say. She don't know what I do. The poor little girl don't know what she got herself into. Before it's dead, it will get inside your head and take over what you want and need. What you think about me, it'll be your vain devotion. Like I said, you would rather love instead, but I'm not sorry that your heart's on the line. Better think next time, don't play with raw emotion. Ooh, no, 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 no. Tomorrow's looking blurry, comes as no surprise. You see, this woman's vindicated from all of your better lives. Sail away this bitter taste you left for me to carry. Reveal those dark secrets you made for me to bury. She don't know what I do. The poor little girl don't know what she got herself into. Before it's dead, it will get inside your head and take over what you want and need. What you think about me, it'll be your vain devotion. Like I said, you would rather love instead, but I'm not sorry that your heart's on the line. Better think next time, don't play with raw emotion. She don't know what I do. The poor little girl don't know what she got herself into. Before it's dead, it will get inside your head and take over what you want and need. What you think about me, it'll be your vain devotion. Like I said, you would rather love instead, but I'm not sorry that your heart's on the line. Better think next time, don't play with raw emotion. No, don't play with raw emotion. Ah, don't play with raw emotion.
Welcome back to Kelly's Acoustic Crossroads. Thank you so much to my guests Chase and Chelsea of Smoke and Arrows. Make sure you check out their Facebook Facebook.com/SmokeandArrows for all their shows that they've got coming up and maybe new songs coming out. And while you're at it, check out KACrossroads.com for videos from our past guests and info on how to become a new guest. And also go by and thank our sponsors for us. We sure do appreciate having them. Right now we're going to let Chase and Chelsea send it out with Goodbye My Gypsy.
Desperately need me the way that I need you. Do you shiver when you lay down with no one else around and cry in shame for all the things you do? I wish I knew how to be without you lying next to me, and these crazy thoughts run through my head as it's all inside empty bed. Lonely nights when you leave too soon. I go outside and I cry to the moon. The midnight sky is all I have to hold me. Sugar tastes sweet on my tongue, but I crash and burn and I come undone when I feel the touch I want but I don't need. Goodbye my gypsy. Someone new, I wish I knew how to be without you lying next to me. And I'm bare bone down to my core, and I've never been so cold before. Lonely nights when you leave too soon. I go outside and I cry to the moon. The midnight sky is all I have to hold me. Sugar tastes sweet on my tongue, but I crash and burn and I come undone when I feel the touch I want but I don't need. Goodbye my gypsy. Oh, yes. I didn't see you coming, but I never saw you leaving. Can't stop bleeding from my pretty young man who was running in the street in the middle of the night with his barefoot feet. And I don't know how to let him go. So put me in a locket and put me in your pocket. You can hold me closer this way. Right into it, that loving you would be the end of me one day. And lonely nights when you leave too soon. I go outside and I cry to the moon. The midnight sky is all I have to hold me. Your sugar tastes sweet